What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream where we're working in our Gas Course project, a simple action RPG game built from scratch using Unreal Engine 5, the game playability system plugin, C++, blueprints, all that good stuff. So last time, it was almost 2 weeks ago, we were here trying to work with the UMG View Model plugin for our UI. And I was running into issues with the plugin where there was some sort of I guess a plugin loading racing thing where my blueprints would keep getting reset and I had to keep creating the view models and everything like that. So I eventually figured it out, I believe. I had to recreate I had to recreate the project, quote unquote, but just cleaning up everything that I had to add for my plugins folders and my includes for my target CS and my U project thing. And also had to update the loading phases for the view model and everything like that. But I believe we got it working. I was checking everything. So we could basically, hopefully, put it together now this time. So that's what we're going to do today. Hopefully, at least for the player health. And we'll see if we can get that replicated and working. And then I don't know if we want to do much more else with the view model for the player side stuff just yet. I definitely want to do the enemy stuff too, like this health bar and everything there. I don't know how or if I will do the status icon stuff, but and also for the players, I don't know if I'm going to do that there either. Hey, how you doing, Vinny? Good afternoon. How's it going? It's going pretty good, working, and took a little bit of a break from the project, but we're back. So we're going to be working with the view model. So let's go ahead and get started with that, actually. So I do have view models, and I have things I'm going to basically start over with. So we have view models. So I'm going to make another folder called player and another folder. I don't know how I'm going to do my view models exactly. Based on the documentation that I've seen, they said to maybe try to be granular with it, so I can have a health related view model. Maybe I would have a stamina or mana view model or something like that. So we're gonna go with that paradigm. So I also don't know if players and enemies should share a view model, or if only some, maybe only some things need to be added where other things are there. Is view model stable, reliable? I don't know yet. We'll find out. Am I doing karate? I'm always doing karate. I am at peak physical condition for karate. View model, I can't say 100% because I'm still trying to figure it out and work with it. So we'll find out together, I suppose, in these next couple of live streams. So let's go ahead and create a view model. So I believe we have to do a blueprint class, and we got to do a view model. We're going to do everything in blueprint first, and then once we have a proof of concept, we could try to move it to C++. So we need to do a view model base. I don't know what the naming convention is going to be for view models. I might have to look that up. Brown belt, yeah. Brown belt's the best one. So when it comes to view models, I guess I'm going to name it VM for view model underscore player underscore health. So let's open up the view model, and now we gotta just create some variables. So when it comes to health, and what I know that I need to do when I bind the view model to the health bar, I'm gonna also need to construct a percentage health bar. So it's gonna be a 0, 1 value based off max health and current health to basically make the progress bar go. So we're going to need a couple of different things from what I remember when I tried doing this last time. Let's make a new variable. These are all going to be floats. So we're going to call this current health. Another one, max health. And then current, I'll just say health percentage. Now we got to do a couple things. So we have these notifies here. So field notifies, I believe they all have to be applied here. So current health field notify, we got to do, I don't know if, so there's a units thing. That's interesting. I didn't know there's units. So field notify, well, we're going to need a couple rep notify. So rep notify, rep on current health. I don't know if these need to return anything. I can't remember. But let's go ahead, do rep notifies for all of them. And I think they don't really have anything. Well, let me actually delete this. So current health, we'll do health percentage, max health, health percentage, and then max and current health. I don't know if these need to be replicated. So please make it rep notify. So we do need to make it rep notify. So I think here is where I can do something like this. I don't know, that seems redundant. I don't remember actually now that we're seeing it. Let's look at the documentation. I think, so variables with field notifies. So when you define variables in your view model, each variable must have a view property. Okay, this is in C++. Is there anything with the... So it's basically this. So get health percentage. But I guess maybe I only need one thing as rep notify. So none, none. Maybe that's okay. We'll find out. Okay. I don't know who this person is, but we can ignore glitch 06. So that should be okay. We can also print this out, I suppose. We won't print that out. So we have the on rep notify. We can also do like a safe divide. And that should be okay. So we got that going. And I know we have to register the view model. I don't remember what to do or how to do it, but I think I wanted to do it in the player controller. Yeah, there's this test here. But yeah, no longer doing anything. Let's rename this to say register view model. And I know, let's also plug this in here, register view model. No, I have to get the view model object or game. So view model, or okay, MVMM. And it's gotta be the game subsystem. Oops. You gotta say is valid. And then, is there something get view model collection, I think. And then, is it add view model instance? I'm gonna have to double check the documentation. We'll try to remember it off the top of our head here. So view model is empty. We gotta also create, right? Find view model instance. We have to, can we make this context? Okay. VM player health. So we'll call this player underscore health. Now VM underscore player underscore health. Just leave the naming conventions the same. Do something like that. Context, is it also just an F name? Okay. I don't know if this is right. We'll do a print string to see if it does it correctly. Okay, so we got false in the corner. I don't know if you guys saw that. Up. Creating an instance. So initialize your view model. So here's the instance. So create like that. So set VM character health. So there's a view model. I mean, that doesn't give me too much. All right, here's the global one. Okay, so we have to construct it. Okay. So is it just construct object of class and then VM health like this, outer self, I guess that's okay. And then we've got the subsystem, get view model, global collection, add like that. And maybe that's better. Let's see if we get true now. We do get true, so that's good. So now we have to, we need to be able to get a reference here. And I don't know where the best place to do that is either. I don't know if it's best to do it in the player character. So here's my elf male character, right? I have this, where I'm monitoring these health changes and everything like that. And I had deleted some other stuff in the past. So we're waiting, registering, updating max health bar stat, update current health stat, and then normalize stat. That's the percentage stat. So I think I have to say, I have to get the same subsystem again. So VM game subsystem is valid. Get view model collection. Make sure that is valid. I guess I should do this. I don't know when I should be getting this because I believe we have to register it first before it's even going to be valid or not. And I don't know which one's going to happen first. If it's going to be the player controller on create HUD or on the event begin play. So we're going to have to see. So find view model instance make. We're going to say is valid. I guess we can construct this as a variable. We're going to say health view model. Do another is valid. Put that in here, put a breakpoint there. Add player health. And then we're also going to put in the same context name. And I'm not sure where we should be putting things like context names and everything like that. Maybe there should be like a whole view model data asset that we kind of work with, but we'll see. So let's see. Okay, it gets to the breakpoint, so we know this is valid. So that's good. So in theory, we should be able to do update health normalized stats. We should be able to get the view model. Of course, we'll just do is valid, I suppose, just to be on the safe side, always be checking things like that. Now there should be like health or get current. I actually don't remember. Do I have to cast to VM player health? Should probably be doing this first. So we're going to do is valid. And cast to VM player health. VM player health. Like that. Should still be valid and good. They should implement built-in interfaces so we don't have to do is valid, is valid, is valid. I guess potentially, you know, I do it just because it's a habit. If you aren't aware, you can always right click on something and do convert to valid get and stuff if you want to do something like this. But yeah, you can also create interface and stuff like that, like helper functions for yourself. Not a big deal. So let's go ahead, get the view model. Again, is valid just because I'm crazy. We'll only do the update for is normalized step. You might have to do everything, I'm not sure. So set health percentage. Like that. I'm not 100% sure what's gonna happen. I'm gonna print this anyway. Is there like a get owner? I don't know if I need a world context object. We'll see what happens. So I get 0, but that's fine. Okay, so we get a crash when I press space. So that's cool. I don't know what I did on the space bar. We'll have to see. I guess this will be a good time to check if everything kind of loads correctly with the view model plugin too. We'll see if the blueprints load everything I just did and everything's still safe with that view model object that I created. So this will be a good moment. I didn't really check that, so I'll be very disappointed if it doesn't work because I don't really know what to do at that point. Okay. Okay, everything still seems valid. That's nice. Player character, like, yeah, apply damage. I don't know what the apply damage. I did this like 2 weeks ago, so I gotta double check what I'm doing here. Apply damage. Reference viewer, boom. Apply damage. It is enter. So nothing's happening. Does this get called? Just to be sure. Yeah, okay. So maybe I don't need to do the normalized stat thing. I'm gonna go ahead and just not do that. Yeah, let's do this. Like blueprint, view model. Again, it's valid. And then I guess I could do set current health. Okay, yeah, Viniguero, don't send any links or anything like that. I think that's like an auto bot, so be wary. And then set set max health. Let's see. Do I still get 0? No. I don't really get anything. Okay. This gets called, no? Okay, and current health 100. Max health 100, good. So those are giving right information here. But guess what am I trying to say here? So field notified, generate a field entry for the field. Um, maybe I could do rep notifies as well. And whenever health percent, current health is called, I can just call health percentage. Or I don't know. I gotta think about it. Yeah, I gotta get this on rep health percentage. Unless it's not really rep notify. I gotta remember. Like how to do this. Every model widget functions with field notifies. You can create custom functions that broadcast field notifies, so you can create binding properties for these things, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so they don't really, I don't think they have to be on rep. Let me make a function. Does it have to return anything? I think it does. So float, health percentage. Okay. Or just get health percentage. This is going to be constant pure. Float out health percentage. Maybe it just has to be like this. A little safe divide, right? So variable health percentage is field notify and replicate, but not marked as rep notify. Let's make sure that nothing is replicated for the moment. So maybe I don't need anything as health percentage. I'm just gonna nuke that one. So current health, field notify. Yeah, I don't know. So select bush field in this blueprint class will be notified. Yeah, I'm completely forgetting how I set this up when I had originally tried last time. So variables and field notifies. Each variable must have a uProperty macro with field multiple specifier, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's a good example, but like, yeah, where am I gonna change this? Because yeah, here it's, you know, they set current health. So maybe it is enough. So it's a field notify, current health, kit health percentage, max health, get health percentage. Does this print anything anytime anything changes? Let's just print hello and just see if we see hello. Okay. We got an ensure. No hellos. So field notified pure const. So yeah, that doesn't really do anything, but let's keep this breakpoint on there. So we have the player controller, the player character. Actually, it's in our player controller. We have our health bar somewhere here. So here's our class. So now we can set up the view model in some way. So let's open up the player health. So edit widget blueprint. I hate how this document thing opens this document tab. I don't understand what that is and why. Okay, view model, add view model, player health. Boom. And then view model bindings. No, we just do this. It's going to be a global. So the name is going to be VM player underscore health. I don't know if we need to get a create setter function, whatever. So we got that going. Do that. Then we do view bindings, add widget. So the one we want to do is the health bar, and we want to do %. One way we're going to do this one, get health percentage, like that. Auto, I'm guessing, is fine. And that may or may not work. Okay, so we got a breakpoint. Whatever our values, current, max. Okay, so we should have a full health bar, which we do. And then I press enter, and nothing's really happening, which is fine. I'm losing health technically, but I don't think I'm updating anything correctly after getting damage. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this. Now when I hit enter, I should get a breakpoint, should do. Which is interesting. And it's interesting that I don't get this get health percentage thing. So I'm gonna hit a breakpoint. Makes sense. But yeah, hitting enter doesn't really do anything. We can debug our attributes as well, just to... Is it just health? No, it's probably current health. So we have 90, 80, 70, but it's not reflecting on the actual bar. So whenever we are making these things and setting current health, this isn't getting called. So is it immediate that we need to do? No, that's not making a difference. I also don't know why this is being sent like this. So let's just get rid of that. So that all seemingly makes sense. So I wonder if I don't do this, for example, do I still get this breakpoint? I do immediately. I guess that's when it just initializes. Okay. Get health percentage immediate. So it just seems as though this just isn't getting called. So field notify, generate a field entry for the field notification system. I don't understand. If I make these rep notifies, does that matter? Excuse me. Okay, so now, after hitting enter, it goes, and now I'm seeing things go. So now I'm losing health and it's printing hello. So that's good. Not 100% sure the reasoning behind that. How can we know if we are over replicating stuff with this MVVM? I don't know. Like, I don't understand why it really needs a rep notify. Like, I'll have to like dig deeper. Like, this is like not something I fully understand. So, UMG view a model UE5. Do I have any other documentation I can refer to? I don't really want to watch a video on it. Might have to. Just for the giggles. And we could figure this out.
As you can see, that I built myself.
So let's take a look.
Is the US in with when you are new through, you can now see and click it, and you have to create this around my head. It makes the integrate your user and stuff.
Okay, blah blah blah.
Let's just take a look to go up, and let's call. Yeah, we have. I guess you can put functions, macros, and stuff like.
Let's watch from here. Maybe he'll explain.
I guess you can call this like a storage tank for variables, functions, and stuff like that. And let's put some variables in here. Let's name this health, current health, and let's make another one, max health. Let's compile this. And here's another little trick. If you click these three, I guess they're stored in this view model. So we have that. Let's create a this we can let's drag this off, create widget.
Not super helpful so far.
It's right there, big as hell. Let's go click that in the lower right. Yes, I made view model. So I created one to our variables, and let's set them. Let's set that. Let's save that. So delete this at that. So I re-added that on type. It fetched property pet view model context.
Okay, he's not really giving me much information.
But if we
so AMR make games video is shorter.
see, it shows up.
Guess we can look here. UMG view model. So level up your UI communication with view model. I'm guessing it's this one.
Game code and UI without coupling them together. The view model
Okay, same thing.
that shows how to bind and list inventory item improvements. We'll be creating our example in 5.3. And the plugin has seen lots of improvements. Be aware, let's get started by creating our first view model.
So when creating view models, you should use small, concise view models. Okay, that's what I thought I remembered them saying. Does that make sense?
Small and modular. So player progression stats. It's better to have a health bar.
Yep.
Child class,
Okay.
as
Health, good.
As it wasn't exposed yet to Blueprint, the values has changed. We need a couple of things to view model. Then we need and the variable or the field's value changes. The second macro, the broadcast magnify listeners.
Okay.
To create a setter or a getter for a field, we can mod the system same.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do this for sure in C++ after we get this working.
Pure and constant. It must take no arguments and it must return a single value.
Okay.
View model and ULS view model R5 creates a new view.
Okay.
Was not in blueprints.
So he's doing it in this in WBP HUD.
The system
So
only creates a new instance on
so broadcast field change.
The system will only create a new instance if the view model was not set, and that happens between the pre-construct and the construct events. Now, for our game code to reach the view model at runtime, we
Okay.
can use some helper functions through the MVVM view model.
Okay.
Is initial example of the widget, or this is if we have maybe a game and scripting the same as the couples. This is a game we can. This is the collection.
So he's doing the character.
Well,
Okay.
it's in our collection. Accessibility model widget or player character and the widget to the vector function to the resolver allows us to a result. But no one is listening. Initialized. The changes are being
Okay, yeah, I'm not 100% sure what the resolver does.
overriding its create view in the implementation by creating a resolver class and overriding its
I should really pay attention to this one. Oh man,
now. Our view model is initialized.
the sun is
Changes
bright as hell.
Casted at runtime, but no one is listening.
Sorry for that one.
To listen to changes in a view model and change settings.
Okay, listening.
Confusion with the likes. There are is NC a bind has a string versions are not normally accessed. Bind
I'm gonna have to figure out what the resolver is, I guess, a little bit later.
a new item is added or removed from our view model.
And broadcast field changed. I wonder.
And our list gets updated or removed from our view model or list items function.
I guess I can do something like that. Let's see. I'll keep that YouTube video up. Maybe it's some. So instead of. So do I have to do like broadcast value changed? Like that. So let's say, for example, so let's get rid of these on reps. So I'm wondering if I have to do a specific field. I mean, the video is the one for me with best explanation. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if we get at all anything different. Okay, so it still works. Okay, so I didn't realize you can just broadcast it that way. That's good. That's good to know. I'm happy about that. So now, yeah, now the tricky part is dealing with this in multiplayer. I don't know what's going to be not valid and what's not going to be, like, what's valid, what's not going to be valid. So let's play as a client. Let's see what we get. So perfectly makes sense that the bar doesn't work or do anything. So let's break this down. Let's go to register view model. And let's just see what we get. So is the view model subsystem at all good? It says it's null. Okay, it's good. Still good. Still good. So we're all good there. So I wonder if it does have to be rep notified because I'm doing multiplayer. We'll have to see. So for the sake of checking stuff, so let's go on event begin play now. Okay, so we don't make it here. So I believe it could be a potential race thing. So event begin play versus, so let's see who gets where first. Because it seems like we have a breakpoint on view model creation. So it looks like we get on begin play first. And then we register the view model. So maybe we need to do this like on possessed. Let's see what gets called first. Because I'm hoping register view model will be called first. And then event on possessed. Yes. But also, yeah, event on possessed. We didn't reach here, so that's also not good. So what do we have to do? Because yeah, like the possession on pawn happens. Yeah, this is where it's going to be tricky, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure what would be the best way to handle it. Because yeah, like the player controller, it's all good. So event unpossessed, what's the order here? So boom, boom, and boom. Let me just see. So pawn, then this, then this. So maybe, let's try this. So register view model. And then maybe I can make a, this is gonna be better when it's in the base class and everything like that, but we'll see. Don't do this. Make a custom event. We'll say listen for health. Let me adjust that. Listen for health view model, I suppose. Maybe that's okay. And then we can also grab this stuff up here. Then here we'll get possessed pawn, cast to player character elf male. And obviously we're going to try to do this in C++ at some point, so we don't have to do any kind of weird casting. And then we can call listen for health view model. And let's see if we get here. Okay. We do. But yeah, doesn't. Whoops. What's the order here? Do I have to make anything multicasted? So this is server. So it's only called on the server. So this is where I get confused. I don't think multicasting does anything different, but we'll see. Yeah, no. So yeah, server. Yeah. And again, we're playing on, play as client. What do we get here? Create HUD, server, and then client, right? So what gets called first? Because I think to register the view model has to just go here. Like it has to exist there for a reason. Now, after we register it, can I like get controlled pawn? And then obviously is valid and all that good stuff. don't know what that's going to look like. So we get there on client. Well, that kind of works. So, I don't know. I guess it would be better. Like, I don't know what the best order would be for this. Because I don't know if I need to rewrite a bunch of code in a certain way. Like, do I want to have it in the base character class for like register health view model, and then we kind of pass in, some data asset with these classes in it. I'm not 100% sure. But also, yeah, let's see what this looks like. Play on listen server. Let's try this again. Still good. Still good. And then let's try 2 players. Well, let's see if we get anything messed up. Okay. And it is only affecting the player. So that looks good, I suppose, more or less. But yeah, not sure what would be the best thing to do. So I think let's go ahead in the last, we're not gonna stream for too much longer. Let's watch this this AMR Makes Games video about it. And let's see if we can kind of recap everything in our own heads. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear it a little bit better. The music is gone. So let's watch it.
If you want a better way to communicate data between game code and UI without coupling them together, and without using it all actors or widgets of class, or using property binding which runs every frame, then view models can be a better solution. The view model plugin was introduced in Unreal 5.1, and its purpose is to allow programmers to work on game code without depending on a finished UI, and UI designers to style and test their widgets without depending on a finished game system. A view model is simply an object that holds the data the UI is interested in, and notify listeners to
Sorry
any
for the
changes
knuckle
to this
cracking
data.
ASMR.
In this video, we are going to show different ways to create view models in both Blueprints and C++, and how to bind and listen to view model changes by creating this simple example that shows the player health and inventory items. 2 quick notes to clear out before we start. We'll be creating our example in 5.3, and the plugin has seen lots of improvements in that version. And the second is that it's still in beta, so be aware not to ship projects with it until it's fully released. With that out of the way, let's get started. Once we enable the plugin, we can start by creating our first view model. When thinking about what data should one view model contain, it is recommended that view models are small and modular. So, rather than having a single view model for combat data, inventory items, and player progression stats, it's better to separate it into multiple smaller and manageable ones. In our example, we have a health bar. So
I wonder
we
how
can
portable
create a health view model
MV
for
and Blueprints could be
To create
migrating
that
between
view model,
projects.
we can drive a
I
child
guess if as long as it's
class
with a
from
compatible
the
version of the
VM
plugin,
view
it
model
shouldn't be
base.
too bad.
Then we add the variables our UI is interested in.
Because they are just floats, for example, and you kind of dictate how those floats are
And mark them as
updated,
floats
and that
fields
could change per
from
project.
This ring bell if you are using Blueprints. This is what allows variables to notify the system that their values has changed. If you are using an older version than 5.3, this can only be done in C++, as it wasn't exposed yet to Blueprints. In C++, to let variables notify the system when their values
Okay, so
have
it's a
changed,
class from
we need a couple of things.
UVM model base. Let's set everything up while watching this video together. So let's close out of everything here. Let's do tools, new C++ class, all classes, MVVM, I believe, view model. Just make sure we get the right class. Is it Blueprint instanced? No, it's just this one. And we'll call this, how did he name his? So UVM, so we'll say GASC, UVM, UVM, I should say. I don't know if I should do a separation of player health and like NPC health. I'm gonna make it one thing, I think. I think that should be okay. We'll see. Health. And yeah, let's create the appropriate thing here. So this is public game HUD view models. I don't know if I need specific ones. I'll just say health for now. We should be able to create that class. All right, let's go back to the video.
Variables must first be exposed to blueprints. In
So
order to be
it has to be
exposed
blueprint
variables,
pure, right?
We do that by marking them with blueprint read or write specifiers.
Okay.
Then we need to
Oh.
mark them as field notifies. This is equivalent to the ring bell in blueprints. And a last step we need to do is to manually call one of these macros when the variable or the field's value changes. The setter macro sets our field to another value and only calls the second macro to broadcast changes if the new value is different from the old one. While the broadcast macro, as the name says, simply broadcasts that the field has changed to notify listeners.
Okay. All right. So let's take what he did and put it into our own context. So a hash include, I don't know if I'll need to include into the build.cs. We'll do it just in case. We probably need to do it anyway, which is totally fine. So we'll let that generate. Hopefully that should be okay. We'll let the compiling problem settle on its own in a second here. So he does have a constructor and everything like that. So I'm just gonna, one for one, do what he's doing just to be on the safe side, and we'll kind of adjust as we see fit. So GSC underscore UVM health, there's our constructor, bing bang boom. And now we have our U functions here, they're the blueprint pure. I guess we can use, we can have different values as well for like the current health and like current health and get health and everything like that. So get health, float get health, I should say. And then const. But yeah, we also got to define the actual variables here. So that's going to be under the private section now. So U property, blueprint read only, field notify. So yeah, we got to look at the...
A good place to call these macros is inside setters.
Because yeah, he's got two different ones. So like health and default health and the blueprint and field notify and everything like that.
To create a setter or a getter for a field, we can mark the field with the setter or getter specifiers. These specifiers let the system look for functions.
I think we need to add something like that as well. So setter, defer, getter. I mean, we got to specify these though, right?
Functions named as set or get, followed by the...
Yeah. So current health equals 0 and 0 F, and obviously float. And then, yeah, change this from get health to get current health. And then we return current health. Switch these around. Bing, bang, boom. And then you function. Let's put some music back on for a second while we jam out. So this is just, what is this? Blueprint callable. Okay. And then void set health, set current health, I should say. Const float that there, be like new current health. It's also gonna be, it doesn't have to be const or anything. Okay.
Exact same name of the variable, and call them instead of reaching to the variable directly. If you want to use custom names, we can still do that, but
Okay, so I think it should automatically work if that's what I have to do, where it's like get current health, set current health, and it's just like that. We'll have to see what the compiler says.
binding their names after the setter or getter specifiers. Functions can be marked as field notifies as well. This can be useful when we want to make some calculations.
Okay, so I have to also make the, yeah, this one I also need to do, like the get health percentage here. So let's go ahead and make that as well. So you function blueprint pure, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let me move that. Blueprint pure, field notify, boom. Const, float, get health percentage, const, and then return current health divided by max health. We're also going to make a max health thing here. So that's all the same here. We're going to copy this. We need that. Oops, that. Oops, I didn't copy everything. There we go. So get max health. Max health like that. Boom. So I'm not 100% sure what's wrong with these things. So I have to like specify. So it has to generate the you notify interface. I wonder if that's going to be automatically fixed with this video. We'll have to see now.
Conversions or formatting when a variable changes. For example, calculating the percentage of the health variable when it has changed. There are some conditions that must be met in order for a function to be allowed to be a field notify. The function must be pure and constant. It must take no arguments, and it must return a single value. Now, let's get back to the editor and see how we can initialize our view model and use it at runtime.
So I'm not 100% sure why this is giving me a problem. Do I have to, so Blueprint read only should not be used on private members. Interesting. Why? So Blueprint read only. I mean, this one's also under private. That's weird. So is that a new thing? I don't know. This property can be read in by blueprints but not modified. This specifies incompatible with Blueprint. Okay. Blueprint read write. Is that also a problem? Yes. So Blueprint should not be used on private members. So why is blueprint read only a problem too? I feel like I'm not understanding something. I haven't coded in a while, so this might be just be me being stupid. Let's see. UV5 plus blueprint read only, not allowed on private members. Let's see what they recommend here. No, not much. So I guess they can be just protected. And that's fine, I guess. But I feel like I'm missing a lot of the context too. Like he doesn't really write much else.
There are some conditions that must be met, pure and constant. It must take no arguments and it must return a single value. Now, let's get back to the editor and see.
So they do have like a safe divide here. So we could, in theory, generate something like this. I guess I don't need to do set current health and everything, right? Maybe I do. I don't know. So like both of those things are also const. Is that how it is in his
function to be
example?
allowed to pass.
Yeah.
There are
Const float, get health percentage, const. Okay.
function must
And in this one says blah blah blah. So if max health does not equal 0, return, and he does this casting here, float current health divided by float max health. I think these float things are unnecessary. I'm not gonna copy that one for one. That just seems ridiculous. Ah. Like that. Else turn 0. Maybe I should also add like like a print log or something like that. Yeah, I only realized there was a safe divide node kind of recently. I always see like warnings and blueprints at work where it's like, oh, you tried to divide by 0, and then I realized you could do a safe divide, which I'm guessing is this, where it checks that the denominator is 0 and it just kind of gives you 0. So can I say, so Huey log temp warning text max health equals 0. That should be a good enough answer here. Set max health. Oh yeah, I gotta change these. So get max health, I gotta return max health. And then set current health, get current, and then set max health, new max health. And then I guess I can just say, let me also close that out. Something like that, and I guess max health equals new. I gotta make sure I get the new name in here. That's also wrong. let's see if that compiles. If that compiles, then I think we might kind of leave it there for today. I don't stream for very long. I only stream for about like an hour, maybe an hour and a half tops. So forgive me for that. You know, long days doesn't give me a lot of time to have a lot of time to focus on my project as much. You know, life gets in the way sometimes. But it's building the selected project here, so that's good. I always just forget. Yeah, it's under the build thing. Okay, so it was successful. You know, kudos to me, I guess. Now, in theory, I should be able to. Again, this is in theory. I don't know. I appreciate the kind words there, Viniguero. Okay, so we got a problem. So I think it's because of me having to add this to the build.cs. This happened last time. And I don't like that it's happening. Again. This is so annoying. And we have to take like a week or two to figure this out again. And I don't understand why. Because yeah, if I update my build.cs, I don't know if it needs to be under that, or if I can get away with doing it under that. Or if I need to do like a closing out, and then, you know, full regeneration and stuff like that. Unless I, you know, maybe I don't need to include it into my project and I can just use the long kind of path here for the include. We'll have to see. So either we'll get a linker error, or it will compile and then fail, or it will compile and succeed. We got 3 options. Okay, so it didn't have a linker error, and it compiled. But now, will it fail like it did again earlier? Yes. Okay. Let's get rid of it like that. Can I say... So, now that I got rid of the include there, or not the include, the dependency, this class shouldn't be able to compile. And I don't know if there's a lot of information on here. So UE5 view model editor crashes after adding to target CS. Is there any information on that? I don't think so. All right, so it compiled with warnings. What are the warnings? I could not copy. I don't know what that means, honestly. Okay, so it still is a problem. So let's close out. Let's go to our C drive, Unreal Engine, Gas Course UE5. So here's our project. So binaries, intermediate, and I guess saved. I don't want to get rid of those, but I'm going to. Then I can do generate. Let's just see what the damage is at that point. Now we should be able to open up our solution. Yeah, sparse array.h. It's just not giving me a good time. Because again, I wonder if I can get away with just doing like the include of the actual like full directory. Or if it's gonna give me a headache about it. Which it seems like it's gonna. Okay, see, I'm surprised that it's not complaining yet about this class. Because maybe I have to just do everything in Blueprint and not worry about it. But yeah, I should worry about it. All right, so let's see if we get a linker error. Okay. So am I gonna get another crash? Because if I get another crash, oh, why? Do you know which platform the course will be available at? Well, eventually, when if it ever gets done, it'll just be, available. I'll try to make it as much online for free as I can. But I'm not sure. Okay, I have an idea. So I'm going to revert the thing that I did in the player controller. Can I? Well, I'm going to create a copy of it. Show and explore. I'm just wondering if something's loading incorrectly or like loading before it's even available and it's causing a problem. So discard changes there. Let's try recompiling. I just want to know if there is a file I have locally that's like making it crash in the editor. Okay. So it wasn't the player controller. So this will be the elf. Because now I wonder if, like, if I do include it in the public dependencies and everything like that, do I have to change the loading phase again? Because I feel like I'm going to be back at square one, honestly. And that's very disappointing. I thought I got far today, but I guess I didn't. No. Let's do WBP help. This. If this still doesn't work, but I'm not sure. Maybe I have to go into the plugin and change the loading phases. Okay, hold on. Okay. So if let me make a new view model from this class. So player health. No. VM. Yes. So test health. At least we got the editor back open. That's a good sign, at least, right? So let's see. Let's see if that kind of asset being present is what's problematic. Okay. Interesting. So here's my player controller. So let's put the player controller back and compile again. But I am also curious now. I'm gonna try one thing as well. If this compiles, for example. Okay, it couldn't find the specific asset. That's fine, I believe. So let's go to. All right, so this can still be opened, so that's good. The view model thing, and then we have character. Player controller. We're gonna have compile errors, which is fine because none of this is real at the moment. But yeah, let me go. health, player health. So the view model is going to be gone. That makes sense. I'm going to just do health and test health for just a second. We're going to do global view, and we're going to do VM underscore health. And I guess for the sake of having a binding, because I want to just see if this will load correctly after, if it'll load correctly after I recompile the editor, for example. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the music's very, very good. It's the, of course, it's, you know, the lo-fi hip hop channel. You know, nothing too extravagant, nothing too unique. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. I might lower it just a little bit. I don't know. All right, so we have everything binded. So let's see if this stays binded if we do a recompile. If it does, I'll be happy. If it doesn't, I will not be happy. Simple as that. So we compile. So yeah, this is what. So something is not right. And I wonder what it is. So I know if I go under engine and everything, there should be like, I guess, model, view model, I think is what it's called. And under the plugin, this is where I did pre-defaults for the editor. So maybe they just have to be default? Because I messed something up. Maybe it loads too quickly or something. But yeah, this is the part of game development that makes me very, very frustrated. Like I don't know what I'm doing wrong in some cases. You know, honestly, I know I shouldn't really be going into the plugins and stuff and changing pre-default, default, all that yada yada. I just don't know what to do in that case. Because yeah, now we get this problem. Cannot construct objects of stuff. So like if I go to view models, player, and health, this is still good. But then if I go to player, health, the view model is gone. And I don't know why. Like if I just put this back, for example, right? So VM underscore health or something, right? Let me clear that. And then if I open this again, it's going to be unloaded again. And we'll see like errors in the debug log. I hope not. Yeah, there we go. See, like, well, these are fine actually, but like this construction thing, maybe I'm hallucinating. Maybe I'm just going bullshit, but I think it's good. Yeah, see how it's not here? It's gone again. And I'm not sure what to do, you know? And what worked before was setting things to pre-default. But then we clearly couldn't do that anymore because of like these problems here. Like it's these problems here, like failed to load script package and stuff like that. So like if I make this one pre-default, I don't know what results I'll get. We could try a couple things for like 10 more minutes, but you know, I'm kind of back at square one, which is disappointing, I suppose. Like maybe everything has to be pre-default. I don't see why it has to. I feel like I'm going crazy. I don't want to do blueprint only. I want things to be in C++. And that's like the frustrating part, you know? And like, I don't think everything should be pre-default. We're gonna try just for the sake of trying something. But there's no information out there to explain why it's doing this. And I feel like I'm going crazy. Because yeah, I don't know if these need to be pre-default or if I do need to include it in my dependencies or a combination of both. So now there's no error or warning, I should say. And it's still here. Okay. Oh, fine. Fine. Maybe so they all have to be pre-default? I don't get that. I truly don't. And I don't know, like, you know, for the sake of trying it, model, view model. And let's make them all default here. Yeah, it could, like, I feel like it's, like, I feel like if I were to do this in a blank C++ project, I feel like it would work fine. But I must have done something along the way to mess that up. I don't know. So what we're going to try here is we're setting everything to default, but then we're including, excuse me, model view model in our public dependencies. We got some warnings, I don't know. Yeah, potential sample project would help, yeah. So we'll see what the damage is. So the editor opens. That's a bonus. But the view model is gone. So I guess everything just has to be pre-default, maybe. So let's just confirm everything again, and then I think we'll call it a night, I suppose. Like, I'll have to fix what I'd written in those blueprints. But this will be something good to come back to tomorrow, probably. If we're so lucky. So let's see, moment of truth. Can I have this in my build.cs as well as be set to pre-default and still keep everything that's intended? Or do I get a breakpoint or anything weird? Okay, so far so good. So open up player health. We're still in. Awesome. So yeah, let's call it a night. We're gonna have to do, well, you know what? I do this all the time. I think it'll take us 2 minutes to figure this out, if this still works or not. Let's go into character, player controller. So we want to construct, so VM player health or just VM health. Like that. Select the class, this one, like that. Boom, all good there. We just got to make this listen for health view model. So I think we can close out. Let's go back into our character here, elf male. Bring this back from the dead, replace it. And recompile. Let's see if we get any crash. Okay, cool. We got some errors here, but maybe it's just because of something else. So, health view model stuff. Okay, great. Nothing to freak out about. Character, elf male, boom. Like for the project, or just in general playing games on consoles? In general, yeah. I have a PS5 and I have a Switch. Right now I'm playing Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2. On PS5. I'm also playing Witcher 3. I bought Ghost of Tsushima that I'm gonna eventually play. I got a lot of stuff to play, honestly. Mostly on Switch. Like, I tried playing Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't really like it that much. I did like Breath of the Wild. I played Super Mario Wonder. I just beat Bowser, that Super Mario 3D Worlds one. I have Super Mario RPG I want to play. Got a bunch of crap to play. Accept. Good. That current health. I don't know if I need to broadcast this. I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I didn't play Breath of the Wild 2. True. It was okay. Like, from what I played, obviously I didn't beat it. It was more of the same, and it wasn't as compelling to me as the original. As Breath of the Wild. Okay, so that all should be good. So I'm curious. I'm not gonna play with this would play listen server. Okay, so nothing works. I've been playing Melee on PC. Oh yeah, we got bind it actually. So hold on, view bindings, add widget, player health. We gotta do. Sorry, no. Player health bar percentage. Yes. Field selected. This. Get health percentage. Yes. Auto maybe, but we'll just do immediate. That should be bound. Now this should work. It doesn't. Great. That's okay. Let's do this. So that all seems okay. So I probably didn't bind something correctly. So yeah, we'll figure this out later. So whoops. I don't know why I'm getting some sort of crash. That's so weird. So construct gameplay effect thing, it's okay, so that pretty much is telling me why, I guess. So let's one last go. Let's recompile the project. Make sure everything we just did is still there. And we'll iron out the bugs and keep watching stuff tomorrow. We only made it through like 4 minutes of the video. So maybe I missed something. Clearly, probably did. So the compilation was successful, so that's good. Now, will we make it? No. That sucks. So blueprint extension, all that not good. So, So yeah, we're screwed. Because yeah, model view model blueprint. Can I make this default and everything else pre-default? And will it give me a problem? Because yeah, this is just frustrating. So basically what it seems like is happening is like when it's trying to construct, because yeah, it goes into the game mode. It does a bunch of stuff here for the player controller. Just for the sake of trying something. I really gotta stop coding. I gotta go to like I gotta chill. So I'm just gonna do something like that for just a moment. And we might just continue trying to debug this tomorrow. It makes me so frustrated. Can't get this right. So it gets me that far. So something about loading the player controller is what's giving me problems, really. And what are the warnings here? In-pin health Movado no longer exists on node set. Please refresh the node or break the pins. Oh, that's all the way up here. Did it happen again? So yeah, something about my player controller. Because obviously if I go to my player controller here, I have to add it here. And then, you know, we're kind of back to square one. So player health, view model is still here. The binding is still there. So now that I set the player controller here, like maybe I have to do a bunch of this stuff in C++. I'm not sure. Let's just see what happens. Okay, we get there. So what did it fail to load? Skeletal mesh stuff, whatever. And the game mode is now overridden correctly here that way. So maybe that's what the problem is. Like the game mode is launched before this is loaded. I think that's what I discovered earlier, where like it's just constructed too soon. Like maybe I have to say, like, I don't know. So in the target, that's yeah, so extra modules. Do I have to say like, all right, I gotta stop coding for today. All right. So we'll try to come back tomorrow. At least we're getting somewhere to the point where I can actually compile and everything. We'll have to just keep watching the video. So thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Everybody stopping by. Vinigiero, thank you for chilling and talking. Mediocre Mage, my man, thank you as well. If there is anyone else watching that isn't already following me here on Twitch, a follow would be much appreciated. I try to come here as often as I can. It's not too often in all honesty, but if you can catch me, hopefully you guys can pick up on something and learn something. So thanks, have a good night, and I'll see you all soon.